So one more area that I want to talk about, and that is default values in functions. We call them default arguments or optional parameters. What it means is we don't have to give a value to that because what we've done is we've defined a default. In this case, I've got a single line function that says say, and it's going to take a string that's a message, and it's going to take an integer that tells it how many times. And it's just all it's going to do is print that message that number of times, right? So if I say hello, it's going to say hello one time. Why? I didn't give it a number of times. So what it says is if this is left out, we're going to use that number. However, if I say world, comma 5, and I give it that second parameter or that second argument, then it's going to say that 5 times. Let's run this code and actually see it in action. Okay, so there is my function definition. And if I run that, so it will, in the first one, it's using the default, which is 1. In the second one, it is overriding the default when I give it that. By the way, this is the same as saying this. So I'm specifically naming those parameters that those arguments go in, right? And if I change the default here to 10, notice it's going to say hello 10 times. It still says world 5 times because that's what I've specified. No matter what the default is, if I say this, that's what it's going to do. So that allows me to optionally leave out. And the reason you'd use something like this is, let's say most of the time you know what that's going to be, but every once in a while you might want to change it. Every once in a while you might want to change it. Then you put the times in there, or that optional argument, and then you can most of the time give yourself a little bit of a shortcut. Okay, so here's another really basic function. Okay, all it does is print out one line that contains those two values. And you can see here I've got a, which is a required parameter because it doesn't have a default argument associated with it. I have to give a, or else I'm going to get an error because there's no default defined. B is equal to 5 as a default, so it's optional. And C is also optional with the default of 10. All it's going to do is print whatever I put in A, and then if I give B, it will print that. Otherwise, it will print 5. And C, it will print 10 unless I give it an argument. So let's pull this code in and play around a little bit so we can understand it a little better. Okay, so if I call this function, okay, with 1, tell me what it's going to print right now for the 3 values, A, B, and C. 1, 5, 10. So when I run that, it prints 1, 5, and 10. Let's put a little space in here so it's a little easier to read. There we go. Okay, A is 1, B is 5, C is 10. So now, what's it going to print? I've given 2 of the 3 arguments. What will it print for A, B, and C? 3, 7, 10. Because what it does is, if I'm not naming those arguments, it just goes in order. So the first one goes into A, which is 3. The second one, it just says, okay, what's the next parameter here? And that would be B. So this 7 goes here. And C is undefined. We left it out, so it just uses the default. So it says 3, 7, 10. Right? Now, if I wanted to just define A and C, I would use named arguments, which is when I say C equals. So in this case, A is 25, B is 5 because it's not included, and C is 24. So when I run that, there it is. Doing named arguments also allows me to do things in different orders. So if I wanted to name C first and then A, I've never actually had to do this in any program I've ever written in my entire life, but you can. Just park it somewhere and remember, just in case. So I can do it that way. What I cannot do is that. Why is that a problem? It's a problem because A is a required argument. It has no default. So when I run that, it's going to give me an error because A has no default. If I modify this so that all of them are optional, then that runs just fine. But if I don't name A, so if I explicitly name C and I explicitly name B, I'm leaving A out. If A doesn't have a default, it's required, it's going to be problematic. And you can see it's sort of like, I think there's going to be a problem here. I'm not sure, but I think there is. That's what the yellow typically means. Okay, so when you run that, you find out that that is indeed problematic. So those are keyword arguments. Keyword arguments are really useful, especially in functions where there are a huge number of optional arguments. So that's how you're going to access those arguments specifically. And as we get into more advanced libraries and programming in Python later in the class, when we're building games and graphical user interfaces, things like that, we will use named arguments quite a bit because we'll be working with functions that have, sometimes dozens of arguments that you can choose from. So that's when those are going to come in real handy.